accomplishment of the day, besides work. I had to work a little bit. Ta-da! Now I have this to do. And, oh god, all this to do. All the way up here. And it looks like I got underneath the deck box. And I just gotta get all of here. I got all the decks done up here, which is good. All that's done. And all that side over there is done. And I have this cockpit, that side of the boat, and the aft deck. And then after that, we have a few sort of minor details. We have to make some shims here that we glue on one side and hammer cotton on the other for this, on all 4 sides. And then caulk it in. There's also a little bit of caulking missing right in this hole. So I thought I'd squirt some caulking in there. A little detail, stupid stuff. There needs to be a bead that goes across along here on the new repair. There's some missing tar here. And then we got to go all along the outside of the boat. And there's some spots that need a shelf underneath in order for the cotton to stay. Because it didn't stay, it fell in. So all along here, where there's no cotton, needs a shelf so that I can hammer cotton in. And then we're going to take some of that elephant caulking, the teak deck systems, and put it all along the outside of the boat. And the leather to go where the bowsprit is. And then obviously painting. So anyways, getting there. I worked all the way back here. And I started filling this one in. Hard work. Chiseled a new thing on the rudder. So next thing is just to rig up the sail onto the mast, which we'll do that next week, or maybe not. I think we got a little bit of work next week. Anyways, so he's grinding this front. Tomorrow we're gonna go and get the glue to be able to install this piece on the bow, the cockpit cobing pieces, and the through holes. So some sort of caulking for that. And some cotton to hammer into both ends of Norna. And then we just have to fill one through hole. We're going to fill that one in, which is good anyway. It's kind of hard to get to. And yeah, so eliminate that one. You can get to it, but I mean, you can get to it when it's in. It's just very hard to, if you had to service it or, I don't know, take it off like we had to. It was a little harder than it needed to be. So, yeah. Next thing, I guess, is to decide if we want to prime it. Or what we want to do with painting her bottom. But I'm going to paint her hull first. And then tape off the waterline and paint the waterline at least with whatever paint we have. And primer if we have any at that point. And then we'll come back next year and paint the rest of the hull. And hopefully that's all we'll have to do. Besides maybe put in new dinghy davits that we might have made. We're going to get the boxes made so that we can, because the boxes for the dinghy davits, instead of these things being mounted on the deck like these were, it's just going to be a box about this size that the dinghy davits slide into and then bolts into, so then you can remove these at any point. And it'll be less space on the deck for water to sit. But the Traveler gets bolted to that. So that's the Traveler for the main sheet. So we're going to go sometime, I think next week, and talk to a welder about building those boxes and welding that onto it, or making it so that we can bolt that onto the boxes. And then when we get back to Florida, we'll look about making some dinghy davits like these, and might be taking those with us along with the giant bilge pump and our fisherman's anchor. So anyway, keeping focused.